Alright guys, so today we are adding color to our interior design drawing. So we're going to switch away from our pencil that we've been using, and for this, in the last project, the value painting, we used the oil paints. You're welcome to use those if you like, but for this project I'm going to open up as well to oil pastel and watercolor. Right, so feel free to experiment with those paints as well. Let's say, I'll pick out a color for my walls. Alright, so the watercolors have a really nice, they're kind of translucent, and when you layer them, the color gets darker. So these can be good for, and they also let your pencil lines show through. So they would be great for, if you wanted to. Here, let's switch to a bigger brush. Say you wanted to just coat your whole paper to get a base tone for your walls. You could do that. We can also, so that the kitchen example that I showed you, that was all done in the oil pastels, which are a favorite of mine. They're similar to the oil paints, except they don't have that texture, which is kind of nice. So let's say I wanted to do my walls in that. Right, and this you can get a nice solid color. You don't have to worry about the hue changing as you go over it multiple times. Right, if you want a more flat, even color, this is a great option. So what I'd like you to be doing today is starting to obviously color in your drawing. Feel free to, go back to a Google image search if you're still trying to think of design ideas, what colors you want to use. Don't forget that you do need to have at least one texture. I will do a demo tomorrow on texture, but just keep that in your brain. It might be tile, a wood floor, a fuzzy rug, a blanket. Right? There are lots of options for texture. So I'd like you to do your best to really, be careful around your edges. There's no need to rush, go slowly. Another thing to know about these oil pastels is that they do, just like the oil paints, they mix together. They stay wet in the program unless you dry them with the fan. So you can blend colors or choose not to blend colors. So as you see, I like to use a larger one for big areas, and then when I get close to the edges, I switch to that smaller tip. Right? I do a lot of zooming in while I'm coloring to make sure I'm getting everything right on the lines. Right? At this point, it's kind of like a coloring book. You've drawn the picture, and now we're filling it in. So something that would look nice is, because of the way that light, reflects on different surfaces, I think for this back wall, I'm going to use a slightly different shade of this color. Right, that way I don't lose my corner. You could always, draw the corner again, but using a slightly different shade of the same color for each kind of panel of the wall is a great way to show, keep those corners visible. All right, so again, I'm just going to keep on coloring here, filling in all my different pieces of furniture that I've drawn, thinking about, possible design details that I could add. All right, that's all I've got for you today. We're going to spend one more day on this tomorrow, and then Wednesday we're going to be moving on to the next project. Feel free to email me if you have any questions. All right, have a good one.